Welcome to the FTC Culture Podcast, soccer podcast for us, by us. We talk about the intersection of black culture and soccer. Man, it is so much chocolate up in this motherfucker tonight, baby. Got your boy here, Greg. Got TK down here at 1 2. Mayor Kane is back in the house. What's good with you, man?
Good. I'm glad to be back. I've been missing for a while.
Yeah, man. I got a chance to get you up to Ohio. OH. See, just let me hanging. Just let me hanging, man.
Oh, God. Like, I'm an OSU fan of the OSU people, so I had to sit and get myself together. My bad.
Yes, the voice that you hear to my left is Ty Phillips of the Columbus Nordica. I mean, honestly, after seeing him this past weekend, I'm like, if you go to Columbus and you need something done with the crew, this is the man that you need to holler at, man, because he got the juice, he got the stroke, he got all that, man. What's good with you, man? I'm
good, man. I actually am now finally recovered from that week. I didn't realize how busy I was until
Dude, you're on a mission. Like, I can't even front. Like, having dabbled in a bit of supporter leadership, I trust me, I definitely get it. But of course, just given the event of opening up the LDC, that's what I'm calling it. Like, I know everybody was kind of like bouncing around nicknames. The LDC definitely works. That one definitely works. But yeah, man, we're going to go into that a little bit. And also, to my right, we got the homie back on the scene with the gasoline, doing his own supporter leadership up in Richmond. Our main man, Yogi Barr, Riverson 93. Can I kick it? Like, he is the future podfather, you know.
What?
Yeah, you like that, right? You like that, right?
I'll be chilling.
Yeah, it's clearly chilling and barking.
Yes, she's going off, dog. I don't know why I fed her. She went outside and poop. I don't know why. I'm tired.
It's the fourth, man. I'm still pissed off about it.
How did y'all enjoy y'all's fourth? The other Independence Day.
I ain't do shit but sleep. That ain't my holiday. My holiday Juneteenth.
See, he gets it.
I slept as well, just because the body needed it. I forgot about the holiday, to be honest.
I said, by the time the 4th came, you're like, what holiday? Like, what? Like, that's a day? Man, I have to tell you guys, man, of course, we have been hyping it up the past couple of weeks, driving up to Columbus with Rashad and get a chance to hang out with all the black and yellow faithful up in Columbus. Like, yo, y'all did y'all fucking thing. Y'all did y'all's fucking thing. Like, it actually kind of reminds me of, like, back during the home team's first year when we were playing it, Bobby died. And for those of you guys that don't recall or went around for it, we would tailgate over at in the varsity parking lot, you know, the varsity that nobody local ever goes to. And but like, we would go from the varsity, we would go through this tunnel on 3rd Street, and it would take us right into the street that leads us up to Bobby died. And you basically would have like this good about block and a half of just like, you know, corner to corner supporters coming down the street, and it will just be a whole ass vibe. We haven't quite replicated that over at the Benz, you know, for various reasons, but what I got in Columbus this past weekend put me right back in that vibe. And just the fact that you're talking about, like, that was like a good 4 or 5 blocks. Cause now y'all are in downtown Columbus. So like, you're coming past the hockey arena, you're going past the AAA baseball stadium, and then you're getting to the LDC. And And if you ever just like look back and just see like how far the march went, it'd be black and yellow as far as the eyes can see.
I got one question. I just want to know the answer to this from our Columbus fan. Is y'all stadium so new that y'all have to do a new tradition of doing construction in the stadium?
Oh, wow.
You know what?
We're already going there.
When we dive fully into this segment, I will give you the realness, and we'll go from there. But I'm gonna prepare myself for that question.
Yeah, we're gonna give him a buffer. We're gonna give him a buffer. Like we got more stuff to talk about tonight. Trust me, we got you. Thank you guys for checking us out on your favorite podcast apps: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Audio Boom, Anchor, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and of course the FTC UTD YouTube channel. Man, again, it might have been a holiday. Oh, that is a very nice mask. Where'd you get that from, Yogi?
For the culture store. You know, I got to support the brand.
Yeah, man. But of course, it's just this past couple of days alone has been busy as hell. We still have the Euros going into the home stretch. We just had the second semifinals today. We had the Copa America semis the past couple nights. Like, we actually got some good finals coming up. Like, I guess we got to ask again. Is it coming home?
Nah.
Hey, man, this motherfucker might come home, man. This motherfucker might come home, dog.
Because we got England in their first final in 55 years. We got parents that haven't even seen England in a major tournament final, and this is finally happening. And
we got grandparents ain't seen England in the final.
Hey,
I'm
bro.
saying.
My father, I had the perfect analogy for this. I thought of.
What you got?
My dad was born. He lived life. Then in 86 came me. 35 years later, England's in another final. I didn't quite get the photo from my father. I wanted to have one of him in 66 and then one of them today, just to show you how long it's been. England's in the final. But maybe next week.
Shad, did you get a chance to watch the game today?
I did not watch the game.
That's right. You got the races. You got the races this week, man. Like,
yeah, man.
For those of y'all that don't know, Mayor have been doing the goodly work for the race cars, the NASCARs.
Hey, and a lot of you dead ass, when you said racist, I thought Bear was bet the ponies. I was like, oh, you bet the house on the ponies.
Oh, God. But matter of fact, I think we got a race on. It's in Atlanta this week, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So even though the racetrack is nowhere near Atlanta, but they still claim Atlanta. It's kind of like somebody from Macon claiming Atlanta. It just doesn't make any sense. But hey, we'll make it work.
But I will say though, I did go back and I saw a little bit of action, and that relief after Kane got that PK, just.
Yo, Kane gonna be the death of a whole lot of England fans. Like everyone is just waiting for him to just have that big shining moment where it's like, oh, he is our master and Lord and Savior, and then he has the PK that Raheem Sterling got for him. We'll get on that in just a second, but he missed the PK got saved, but of course he managed to get the rebound and get the go-ahead goal for England and giving them the 2-1 win over Denmark. First of all, we're not talking about Cameron. We're talking about Raheem Sterling. Because once again, Raheem stepped up, showed out, did his thing.
Beyond Walker.
Yeah. And of course, there was a quick bit of controversy leading up to that game-winning goal. Was that a dive or not?
Nope. Contact on right foot to defender's right leg to Sterling's right leg.
It had some Robin-esque in there.
Absolutely. It wouldn't even be fucking football or half by England if it didn't. But the fact of the matter is, he's in the box. The defender makes contact with him when he steps in, try to tackle. Ball. He gets the ball. He does hit the player. Sterling's going to fall. He fucked up.
Only thing I'm glad about is that Hurricane scored, because if not, the British media would have slandered Raheem Sterling.
Like, it's all his fault. It's all his fault. As if somehow he kicked the ball for Harry Kane and caused him to miss it. Like, that's on you, B. That's on you.
You know, the only
Rashford and Sancho would have caught heat as well. It would have been everybody.
Oh yeah, Sancho's like heat. Like, I had a coworker brought this up. Like, why couldn't it be more like the NBA, where the foul player is the PK?
That's a good question. I mean, technically it can. Like, it could basically be right.
But look at Chelsea with Jorginho. Yeah, look at Man United with Fernandes.
Mm-hmm.
Designated PK taker. That's playing to an advantage. It's a strategic move to put that person on the field.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where if you have one guy that is definitely your guy, you go ahead and let him do his thing. For like a quick second, I was thinking that Sterling was actually going to take the PK, and of course, then I realized, oh right, it's Harry Kane's moment, so of course he got to take it.
Today, let's get him on the spot now. Come on now. Yeah.
He won't let that boy touch that ball.
You think that's a good idea, Steve? Steve Holmes over there like, yeah, all right, Gary. Go on.
What were your thoughts on that, Ty?
So I'm a big fan of like not going down the slightest contact. So for me, you could have pushed through that challenge. That's not. It wasn't all that. And the rule of the game does say if the contact happens and send the box penalty. I think he sold it. And I honestly I'm not a big England fan anyways, so like there's bias there. But like if you even like watch me play, I'm running through that. Like you need to knock me down for it to be a penalty. At that point, like just that fine line of never getting calls when you're just screwing around hitting the deck all the time. So for me, run through that challenge. Like make them earn it. And then for me, it wasn't a penalty, but here. And it could be also that I'm salty that like I haven't seen a lot of like Rashford and Sancho, so I got a lot of just angst. Okay?
Yeah, like
we're all salty about that shit.
Very salty because Sancho did finally get the start of the weekend against Ukraine, but then of course, I guess that was let the kids play for a quick bit and then you go back into the corner.
Yeah, the game didn't like matter. They were like through.
Yeah, because I think they like scored like pretty early, and then like that was pretty much like, hey, we just gonna park the bus and keep that shit rolling.
So I got a conspiracy theory. Y'all got to follow me on this.
Right? All right.
There we go.
So I don't think Sancho played a bunch in this tournament because I feel like Man United told England was like, hey, don't play him because if he gets hurt, this really messes up our transfer. Then he gets transferred. He starts the Ukraine game and gets his one little showcase game for England. And he doesn't play the next game because United is like, hey, don't play him because we need him going into next season because Rashford's getting surgery. Just saying. Connect the dots.
I don't hate that because Rashford hasn't played a whole lot.
Right.
Dino pulled out. Well, Dino and Greenwood pulled out before the tournament.
Maguire's your most minute.
Yeah. It's just been Shaw and Maguire. Yeah.
Fred's played a bunch of this tournament. Fernandez got knocked out early. De Gea hasn't played at all. Lindelof played a couple of games. I'm trying to think who else. I think that's everyone. No, McTominay got knocked out early. So I'm just saying, baby. All he
it's not as flimsy as one would think.
Yeah, I was expecting something out of left field, but that was a very decent conspiracy theory. I could buy into it.
Yeah. It could actually work.
Rashad, what's your take?
Can you say it again?
What's your take?
Take on Euros?
No, what's your take on the conspiracy theory, especially as a United fan?
I can see that. It's a lot of money floating around, and I can definitely see that. We've been waiting on that transfer for a while. So, I mean, they're still trying to get stuff together. I mean, there's a lot of transition in the front office, so we're trying to figure that whole situation out. So,
is Wilbur gone yet?
Say it again.
Is Wilbur gone yet? Please.
July, past the 1st of July.
Right. I mean, we're trying to protect the assets. I mean, we got some money issues to get through. So.
Hey, it's not as bad as Barcelona, but, I mean, I will take, everyone healthy going into once everybody takes their holiday break, they get back, at the end of the month or next month, and, we go ahead and push that thing going. But,
quick question.
What's up?
Is it, would it be Rashford, Cavani, Sancho, and then hold on, and then Henderson and goal?
So I think we're going 3 in the back.
Everyone wants to go 3 in the back now. That seems to be new out the streets now.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it because Harry Maguire has now played for an entire tournament with Southgate.
All he got that influence with, and also think about it with this. Scott McTominay played center back the entire tournament for Scotland.
That's true. I was surprised when I saw that. And then there's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening with De Gea?
Nobody wants him. Like we put him out there. We say, hey, doggy for sale. Doggy for sale. We got a dog in the window. And
fucking ringworm. Nobody does that shit.
Like I don't know what the asking price is for him right now, and that's I think that's depending on what United want and depending on what he wants. That can definitely just throw things off. But we did grab a keeper from I think it was Aston Villa. I think Tom Heaton, but I don't know what the situation.
Still down the line.
Yeah.
But before we dovetail, what's the front 3? Like, is it for? I guess I didn't know about Rashford with surgery, but then is Sancho then going on?
Jesus, our Lord and Savior. That's the front 3. The Holy Trinity.
I'm just curious because James had a decent showing for Scotland, right?
Right. Honestly, it's weird because once you factor in Greenwood on top of that, it's like, okay, where does everyone play? Because I honestly think that with the moves that we're making, I don't see how Rashford stays out in the wing. I think that he probably will be up front more often this season because you still have James, you still have Greenwood, now you have Sancho,
that isn't bait.
Yeah, I think that. Personally, I think that you'll probably see Greenwood. You'll see Sancho on the left, Rashford up front, and Sancho on the right, and go from there.
Wait, who's on the left?
Sancho on the left, Greenwood on the right.
Okay.
Yeah. I got it.
So we called him.
The record.
But to circle back, going back to what Ty was saying, just having this strong anti, England sentiment. Of course, it doesn't make things easier because who they play in the final is Italy. So we just got 2 racist ass countries, just in the final, and. You know what that means? Meteor.
Honestly, here's the even, I don't know, at least this was my take on the, meteor.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Italy also has been wrecked by fucking COVID. Wrecked, bro.
Yeah.
Decimated. They're an elderly population. I mean, it did for a lot of other countries.
Speaking of getting wrecked, did y'all hear that the after the Scotland-England game, 1,300 people came back to Scotland with COVID?
You shocked?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that, because I guess we could dovetail into it now. Fuck it. England is crazy right now, in my opinion. Like, either COVID is done, or I don't know.
Like I haven't kept up with like what the vaccine situation is over there. Like I know like Europe's been kind of on the struggle bus and everything, but like of course with Brexit, I'm like I don't know if they're like dealing like with things on their own compared to what the rest of Europe is doing. And
Brexit, baby. COVID shot 1 pint, COVID shot 2 pint. That's
I don't know. I just thought all the matches they're having, the Euros, and the Wimbledon going on.
Yeah, Wimbledon too. Yeah,
the Tour de France probably started in the fucking tunnel, the channel. You know?
I mean, people need to live clean, man. That's all I can really say. People need to live clean, and like they had like almost 65,000 today for England, Denmark. I'm pretty sure with England in the final, they were like, okay, we're not supposed to tell anyone, but we're going to have 90,000. We're going to have 90,000.
Excuse me, how many?
That's how much Wembley holds. So like mind you, like with England in their first final in 55 years, you don't think they're going to try to go big for that? Really?
They coming.
Either two things going to happen. It's going to be a super spreader event, or we going to have 3 times the population of England born that night.
Both. They'll have both. They'll have the super spreader event, and everyone's going to be named Harry, Raheem, Kieran.
That baby Raheem.
Kieran.
That'll be the next boom generation for the UK. Huh?
Be a whole bunch of Phil Foden's running around.
Right. Oh, God.
I
don't know.
Right. I'm trying to be a Guerrero.
But yes, on the other side, we'll have Italy, and they have, like I said, I think they've been a team in the tournament so far, and they were able to beat Spain also through, they went to PKs, and there was one guy I want to shout out real quick, Alvaro Morata, that, man, tough break, kid, tough break. Because he tied up the game with I think 10 minutes to go. And then in the shootout, had that PK saved. Got to be more careful. And you know what I didn't realize was that he's actually their all-time leading scorer in Euro competition. So it's like, as much as they dog him out, he's probably been the one that stepped up, at least as far as goal-wise, in the Euros. But of course, they've already proven they can win without goals. Spain can. So,
like that.
Say it again.
There's a theme with Spain. When the strikers don't score goals,
they win.
That's abuse. Fernando Torres went through that.
You know what the funny they were, I saw something on Twitter a week or two ago, and they were talking about how the anniversary of Spain winning in 2008 with Torres scoring the winning goal, and I was like, that Fernando was never seen from again, never again. Other than the one goal for Chelsea against Barcelona in the Champions League semifinals, that was pretty much it for him.
He left when he goes to the Rafa.
Yeah, man. But so what are we thinking? Italy, England. Is it going home or is it going to Rome?
Either way, a racist country. I ain't fucking with it.
What you got, Ty?
Italy 2-1.
All right.
To me, right now, they've just got more sauce than the English team. That's just what it is at this point. They've got more of the flair and more fun. Yes, they're going to be probably diving everywhere, but they're definitely more fun. They've definitely got more of the skill. They've got the Brazilians that came over. Like,
we got to talk about that last PK TK. That was all the sauce, all the sauce with the marinara and the arrabbiata all up in there.
Vicious.
You're an Italy fan, though, aren't you? Or are you just anti-England?
What?
Are you Italy fan or are you anti-England?
No, so my team got knocked out. Belgium is my team.
Okay.
And before that, it was like France as well. But I do not like England. Yes, I don't like England.
So anti-England. Thank you.
So you either like us or you don't. What we doing here?
No, I love the EPL. Don't like the English national team.
I'm going to change my name right now. Just a kid from Ipswich.
So, but yeah, Jorginho with that last PK, that thing was like probably the nastiest PK I've ever seen. Probably even nastier than the one in Pirlo in 2012. Like,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
no.
Yes.
That goalkeeper died. That goalkeeper died. He did David De Gea did in the Europa final. Almost was already on the ground, and Jorginho was like, "Oh, I can tap it."
Oh.
Come on now.
All I know is our man here in Atlanta, Joseph Martinez, he needs to take notes on how to hop and just keep that shit cool. But yeah, what you got, TK, for the final? I'm going to take a guess and see who you might be going for. So what's the score?
This was engineered by the guy on my back. Real.
Hold on, did you see a picture? There's a picture of Rooney out on the internet. He is only 35 years old. Why does he look 58?
Oh, me and Rooney are born in the same year.
Do you know how many old ladies you have to have sex with to be that stressed? That man is tired.
Thank you. I was going to say it's all that sleeping around.
Oh, God.
Sleeping around. That man was in Manchester United dealing with Ronaldo and all their BS. Got dicked around by Ferguson. He was tired. He wanted more money. Then he come to D.C. You know how D.C. is with older ladies. He didn't know how to act over here. Then he go back to Derby County. He got to deal with that stress. That man is
manager. And he's a manager.
Right.
That man was on the team. At the start of FIFA 21, that man was on the team. And by the midpoint, that man is a manager. That man is tired. And he got 3 kids at home to deal with. Plus his
God.
Rebecca party. I would be stressed.
Oh, God. But I mean,
alarm when it gets
someone please, just, keep Wayne Rooney in thoughts and prayers because, man, he going through it. Like, that he had the hair transplant, so it's like they about to just all pop off. And yeah. And mind you, I think somebody did a side by side picture of Ronaldo and Rooney. Mind you, Ronaldo's 8 months older than Rooney. And it looks like Ronaldo still takes all the injections that he can take just to keep himself looking young.
He's on that Kardashian line. That's his thing.
He's all up in the shea butter, and Rooney's like, yeah, I just eat oatmeal every day.
One tastes like wine, the other one tastes like cheese.
Yeah. It's absolutely wild, man. But that is not the only final this weekend. We got the epic rivals, Brazil and Argentina, in the Copa America final. I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't watched most of this tournament because it's like I said before, having the no fans versus fans is hard.
But I will tell you, Copa America has been pure chaos and violence.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Just from the Argentina-Colombia match alone last night, I was like, they give no fucks. None.
Be like, yeah, it's cool. No, well.
Like, I will fight you.
There's a level of match fixing that I'm okay with. I know there's match fixing going on. I'm perfectly fine with it.
But yeah, wild out. He's a whole other man down there right now. I think he realized this is it for me. I'm like, we don't take this trophy. This is it. He has to get that trophy because I think when you think about the whole Messi Ronaldo thing, as of right now, Ronaldo's the only one with the international title, right?
Correct.
Messi has had his team let him down several times, bless his soul. So this is it.
So many times.
Yeah.
Number 10.
And I'm a Messi person, so I need this probably more than he does. I can't. I cannot.
Yeah, y'all Messi's are down bad right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Ronaldo fans ain't no better, but y'all down bad.
It really is for Messi. 9 finals, man.
Like, can we just get one? Just one.
This is it,
Bro.
The World Cup.
That's purgatory.
Nothing's worse than Copa America. We was here in America, and that man cried on the field.
Bro,
Like,
that was the worst one.
But you know what's real when during the PK shootout, because of course they went to PKs too against Colombia last night, and I think it was like Yuri Mina that's Mr. PK, and the side cameras were focused on Messi, like he was talking cash shit. Like, talk now. Who danced it down, bitch?
Yo, I ain't never heard Messi talk shit to somebody before. I was like, oh, let me find out Messi got this in his back pocket.
Hey,
man.
The best thing about Copa America is you can hear all of that.
About that real quick, whoever's idea it was to have the mic on the players during the anthem need to stop. Stop.
It's a parabolic. They just pointed at it.
Like, clearly, everybody can't be Italy and just sing to the top of their voice, and it still sounds all right. Yeah, some of them sound sad. It's just like, hey, I'm just singing so I don't get fined.
Especially if you don't know the words.
Right. But
it's like at school when you don't know the word.
You gotta just stand there and say watermelon.
But yeah, at church or something, your mom got the fire for Easter.
A little theater trick.
It must like a black experience.
now, mind you, not only would this be Messi's first international trophy, it would also be Neymar's first, because he wasn't there 2 years ago for Brazil's Copa America win. So somebody's getting there first today.
I don't have any care for Neymar in this point. First of all, little brat. He's got time. He's got a World Cup next year he can win. He's got another Copa he can win after that. He's got time. This is Messi's, like, pretty much twilight. Just give the boy a freaking trophy.
Like I said, man, y'all Messi fans down bad, dog. It's like crack to y'all.
It's the most painful thing I have to do with. Like,
give me something. Give me something, please. Something.
Messed up in that World Cup. Like, I was just like, I think he might be cursed. So he keeps coming back. I think he's got it. Neymar might even be like, no, bro.
It's yours, man.
Yeah, I need to have it.
I'm gonna get hurt. My sister needs me.
Yo, Ty, have you?
Luckily, it's in Brazil, which is the duality of these two finals.
True.
Conspiracy theory.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Take it over.
Uh-oh. What we got?
I don't have one. I'm saying TK was about to pull out a conspiracy.
Oh.
I was just looking at it from like the duality, because it was just going to segue basically. Ty's take is that he wants Italy to win. He also wants Messi to win. So in my case, obviously, I want England to win. The home team. I want Brazil to win.
Ty, you got an Argentinian Italian baby you ain't telling us about. You may try to play for 3 national teams. Okay.
All right. Okay, so
I got 2 passports and a visa.
So their final is Saturday.
With his kids' life.
See, just saying, they're paying these soccer players out here so
Oh, we didn't even talk about that last week. We didn't even talk about that. Why did I not know Messi was making like $160 million a year?
You shocked?
Exactly.
That man's getting.
I'm not shocked.
Would have been in this year's NBA.
I'm not shocked, but at the same time, when you just see that raw number put out there, 4 years, $674 million, like that just, that was like, because I think I don't think anybody here in the U.S. is making like over $55 million.
How much is the
And
That's why Barcelona.
Braun is around 52, if I'm not mistaken, with his current deal. But because I think most of the contracts in the MLB, I think they're bigger money wise, but they're also spread out over more years. I think Rashad knows that more than I do. Like you'll get like 330, but it'd be like for 10 years, shit like that. But I will say this, and this is something that actually affects us because I think a lot of black people look at soccer and be like, "Ain't no money in soccer." They still look at that deal. It's like, oh, we do it with that. Oh, we could do this. Like, did y'all see the Kev on stage video where he's waking up his son?
It's in the soccers.
Like, what?
Do the soccers.
Like, that needs to be every black parent out here. Like, oh, you like bump this basketball. Like, that's $50 million. That ain't shit. That ain't shit.
Yo,
Come take care of your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your great-grandchildren. Take care of the whole generations for days.
I ain't taking care of no one. I'm taking care of me and myself. Everybody.
Yeah, you're gonna expand on Barr Mansion, the Barr compound, and just it's just the fact that you could cut that contract in half, and you're still making $80 million a year. Like, that's just wild.
This is my thing. If I'm Messi, why was Messi so upset with Bartomeu? Because if I was Messi, I would have thanked that man. Like, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for paying me $160 million.
I think what happened there is that I think kind of like how we saw with Tom Brady. Like you're finally seeing like how driven this dude is to win, and when you have a front office that is barely hanging on to shit. Like they can't even hang on to they had to cut like $200,000 just to meet the salary cap right now. I'm like, y'all on the struggle bus right now.
Players, that's how they're not. That's not running the club. Like, bruh. Like,
and the scary part about it is that even with all that, they need Messi because they know that he'll sell the jerseys they need to pay for everybody else. So you can't win. Because can
you imagine if Skip Bayless knew who Messi was? He would have treated that man like LeBron, dog.
Yeah.
Oh my God, y'all! He would have roasted Messi.
Yeah. But so who we got? I think the Copa America's final is Saturday. So who we got? Who we got? Let's start with Mayor.
Yeah, you already got myself inside.
Argentina.
How made the man bleed his own blood? He's
oh yes, the bloody sock. He went Kurt Schilling on it. Who we got, Yogi? We going Brazil. We going Argentina.
I really want to say Brazil because of Fred, and I want to see Fred happy. And a happy Fred means a happy Fred for Man United. And I want to see Argentina lose because fuck Di Maria. But I'm going to go Argentina because I feel like Messi's about to do some other unworldly type shit.
Like, whatever it takes by any means necessary, we winning this shit. Because I will say this. If Messi wins and Argentina wins in Brazil for this final, bruh, that no matter what nobody says, winning in Brazil will be some legendary shit for Argentina. So that could definitely do the trick. But on that, I think I'm gonna say Argentina got this. I think they got it. So
they know they can't come back into that locker room and look at that man in the eye one more time. And
sorry, I failed you. Oh wait, that's England. My bad.
Can you imagine how pissed off Messi would be if he walked in the locker room without that trophy? No, he might kill everybody. He might slaughter everybody.
Dude, I am like exiting like the emergency exit. I'm not going to my locker room. I'm changing my address. because he's got hitmen.
Don't call me.
You walk straight to the car.
Don't call me. Don't call me for shit. You want money in your contract? You want some extra money in your transfer fee? Nah. Done. Like, they ain't getting none of that shit. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy these games, these finals this weekend. On the flip, we're going to talk about this trip up to Columbus. We're going to talk about what people say behind people's backs on cameras and 2 up and 2 down, and just kick back with the boys. So,
you do back.
This is an Alliance podcast.
And we're back. Quick note, real quick. Shout out to TK for the goods today. Trying to get our camera game on point for all these field trips and everything. So shout out to TK and the good people at Gotham Sound for all that, buddy. First of all, I have to say I finally knocked off something off my bucket list off this trip to Columbus. I did White Castle. Did you do White Castle High? No, it wasn't. Hold up. You didn't do White Castle? It was that night. Yes, it was. Now that I think about it, yes, it was.
You had the full Harold and Kumar experience.
Yes, I did. Do
you remember what you got?
You did?
I got doubles. Yeah, I got 2 doubles. So yeah, like I did some doubles, some fries, had a big ass milkshake, and that shit put me out.
Love it. What state?
Ohio. So Columbus.
I know.
Yeah, we were on South Side, which apparently people think is scary, but we were like on the nice side of South Side. So yeah, so.
Oh, so it's like Richmond.
Kind of. I mean, so here's the thing, and Ty can kind of go into this with us as well. So the new stadium, when you come into the city, it's like honestly, it's legit like the first thing that you see as soon as you come into the city, because like it's right there when you come off the highway. And so Saturday morning, we got a little bit of time before we link up with Chris and Elle from 2 Cents. Shout out to them, by the way. So we said, let's go out to the old stadium. Let's see like where it's at. Ty, that's about like 15 minutes away.
If you're walking, it's a good 20 minutes. It's technically on OSU's campus, which is adjacent to downtown. So it's 10 minutes outside.
Anything further than 5 minutes from where the new stadium is now is too far. And so, no pun intended, this is a massive upgrade, because everything is downtown. The Blue Jackets, the Clippers. Are they still the Clippers?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now the Crew. And I think that this is going to be a boom for the Crew.
It's essential. It's almost like when the Clippers used to play at Cooper Stadium, right outside the downtown limits. When they moved downtown, it went from just a place that baseball enthusiasts would go to more of an event that the citizens of Columbus would do. That's kind of what you're seeing with the Crew. It's no longer just soccer enthusiasts, because if you go to the historic Crew Stadium, you're generally there because you love soccer.
Yes.
Not much else to do.
It really isn't.
But now that we're downtown, as you guys saw, we were able to facilitate an entire party before, during, and after, just because we're downtown in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Wow. Absolutely. Like, for me, I think I looked at you a couple times, Rashad. I was like, this is not normal. What you guys are seeing is not what we ever have on game day. Like, I had a couple moments where I looked, this doesn't make sense. Like, I knew we were going to do it, but this is not what I'm used to at all. This is a completely different ballgame. Everyone, even who was part of it recognize. And people who've never been to a game are like, this is lit. I hope that none of them are like, oh, this is what we've been missing out for years. No, low key, this is new. You haven't been missing out on this because this didn't exist. This is completely different. I've never seen downtown have that much black and yellow, like even at the other bars heading up to like HQ, if that makes any sense. It was just black and yellow everywhere, and it was absolutely nasty.
There was one thing, of course. Things got a little funky. Got like things behind the scenes got a little funky, so we weren't able to have all the access that we want to have. But there was one thing I was hoping to ask everybody there, so I'll just ask you specifically, because one thing that I was pleasantly surprised to see were the number of black fans out of the game. Like, for those of y'all who, I don't know if it's just because of this game or if it's always been like this, but like, we're out there. And like for you, having such an integral part of both club and the supporter leadership right now, like, what is it for you kind of like going into this new era of basically the crew, like where it's not what we had before, where everybody's basically like, it's all lily white, it's all, Germania and everything. Like, what's it for you?
I think it's an opportunity, to be honest. I don't think it's been fully capitalized upon. But now that we're in the quote-unquote urban core, I think it's something to show kids that look like us that, hey, there's something cool you can be a part of. Here's a place that, like, if you join this sport, this is where your journey could actually end up at. Because, as you know, on the field, we out there. Fans in Columbus have been generally, for the most part, not as diverse as we'd like. Even we don't see as much of the Somali community that we have here. We don't see as much of the Hispanic community that we have here. I almost feel like there's been misses, but this new rebirth is going to allow us to re-engage those audiences, that demographic, in a whole new way. I like to tell people a lot is, let's scrap everything. Almost the majority of everything we did, old world. Let's start it fresh. Let's talk to new, different demographics. Let's talk to different areas of the community, bring them in. I think you talked to my boy Emmanuel after the game. Like, it's just, we feel like we now have something cool to show off to our own for the first time. Something we're proud of. And I think that will hopefully help a long way. Personally, right now, I'm trying to help revive a program that helped get me into the game of soccer, which was like a grassroots program called Kicks for Kids that predominantly worked in the Black community. We're trying to bring that back to actually like bring kids to the game. Like when I was like 10, 11, 12, we would go with a group of just like Black kids from the community, like 100 of us, just to watch crew games. I'm working with the founder of that to reorganize that. And I think you guys weren't with us at the time, but Chris, Elle, and I ran across a whole like group of kids. I will say, like, from the inner city. We're not sure who brought them in, but overall, I think there's intentionality that needs to be there to engage our community. So I'm excited, man. As a man of color, I'm excited to see more of us there. Because I'm tired of it being like, we know who the 3 Black fans are, like myself, me, and like Sean. I want it to be more where there's more of our faces there. And I know, also for everyone who's listening, I know there's more than 3 of us. I keep hearing these 3 names. They're like all.
No, dude. Like I always see like pictures of you always see like the pictures like watch parties or pictures like in the stands and everything, and you're like, if you're lucky, you might see 2. Because I think I said it on the show before, like me and the Blackfires, we would joke about this shit all the time. Like we would like, okay, I see 3 to possible, because it's like he light skinned. I can't quite tell. But nah, Yogi, TK, dude, like this is absolutely a stadium that y'all need to check out. Like absolutely, like Like as soon as you walk in, you're coming in on, I think that was the south end, right?
Where you guys are at, yes.
Yeah, and then the supporter section on the north end, and so like you come in and you see the supporter section on the far end, and like just the banners, the flags, and the fact that the incline of the supporter section, like it's not quite straight up, but it's like yeah. So like they're basically right there on top of you. So go ahead.
I will say this, like I was trying to capture as much as I could, just going from the watch parties, the march, the stadium, capture as many elements as I could of the stadium, from the outside, walking to the supporter section, in the supporter section, from the field, like every point of access that I know I had, I tried to capture some of it for our records and then just putting it on socials. I will tell you this. So many people contacted me both on like FTC page, my personal page, and just commented on how beautiful the stadium is. And we sit around and we talk about this all the time, like whether it's MLS, USL, whatever league, we have our, I think we talk about it in the chat every year. Like, all right, we want to do this. We have a list of places that we think about, maybe top 5 we might want to prioritize for that year or just in general. Like, I've never been to this stadium, I want to go. Man, I tell you, so many people prioritize their list, and they're like, man, I got to put Columbus on there. I'm coming to Columbus. Like, this is so beautiful. So I think you guys really have a gem, and it's really raised the profile for MLS, man. Like, it was beautiful, really beautiful.
We're very, again, intentional about making it a destination. We've talked about that in front office and supporters. Like, how do we use this stadium to signify that Columbus is that city? There's going to be some announcements coming up soon that will bring even more attention to the city and the club as well. And I think that we've kind of caught them by surprise. We've been the charter team #1 for a while, but we've never had the opportunity to properly introduce ourselves. And I believe for the first time we actually did. And the first time in our history, like we were like, here we are. Respect us. Come see us. And even be jealous, to be honest. I saw a lot of people who were actually just jealous of what we brought in. Weirdly, I was there, but I didn't get to partake in the game the way that like a lot of people did. So I had to like watch it the next day. Like,
you were wearing a lot of different hats. That whole day. The game itself, like the crew were playing New England Revolution. Like to let you guys know like how close we were. So the first goal that was scored at the stadium was by Tyjon Buchanan, the Grevs. Like he's literally looking at Ty. He's like shh.
Yeah, looking in the soul.
Like he's that close. He's like, oh, you looking at me? Huh? What? Huh? Shh, be quiet.
So upset.
You ain't fighting, homeboy? After that, we got to square up. Bro, we got to shoot these ones.
It was the most disrespectful shit. Like, I have never felt like so helpless to be like, damn.
Nah, bro, you got to do the Nipsey after that. You got
like, what are we doing?
Like, what's up?
Hey, yo, what's up?
What's up?
Yo, what's good, my G? It's good.
But yeah, the first. Now, mind you, honestly, if Columbus hadn't just like, because they had a lot of chances in the first half, it really should have been like 3-2 just in the first half alone. But Columbus wasn't finishing. Matter of fact, the first goal that Columbus got by Zardes, it felt like a shank.
It came out of nowhere because, like, he honestly doesn't even shoot from that far out. Like, Zardes is typically the finisher of a 12-pass sequence. He generally isn't that, like, I'm going to take some touches at the top of the box and strike it. It caught me off guard, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the second goal might be...
Oh, God.
I was so confused by what was happening on that one.
So they do a back pass, and did it hit Farrell on the head, Or did he? Yeah, it hit Farrell on the head. Of course, it went past the keeper, and the keeper and Farrell are trying to run back and catch it before it crosses the line. And basically, it's like both of them and Zardes like all in the back of the net, and the game's tied. And like that's how the game ended up in a draw, 2-2. And it's one of the most bizarre goals I've ever seen in my life. Like, and it's almost like that's a goal. That's a goal.
Yep.
That is exactly how it felt.
Because I was just expecting like no, y'all know you're not getting that. That's and I thought, and they were that close to, and I was like, nah, they ain't gonna get it.
No, the game itself, like, now that I've gone back and watched it, was actually pretty tight. I will say our boy Darlington balled out that second half. Like, I didn't realize how much he balled out in the second half until I watched it. He looked every part of, like, the center midfielder that just takes over. Like, he was driving. He was finding all the passes. It was ridiculous. And then that last 5 minutes, I swore Columbus was going to get a goal. Because I told Rashad, I was like, hey, 2-1 down is not bad. We get the second goal. Momentum's on our side. We can get 3-2. Yeah,
you and this one guy behind us that was just entirely all up in space. Just yes, he looked like downtown hippie Jesus. Like it's like, hey, dude, like what y'all think? We're gonna score or what? Like, yeah, I can do this.
That's all along. He was just like, hey, we get the fans in. We build the energy. Those coming.
Yeah.
Damn sure came.
Yeah.
It was. I will say for me still, because again, I didn't get to see a lot of the match, but for me still, the moment of the match for me was, I think, the endearment of our little man, Alexander Matan, squared up with the 6.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's about like 5'3", maybe.
So there's been like photos on the internet of like that moment, but it's before the fire hit his eyes. The photos on the internet don't show the fire that we saw when he literally squared up, and we saw the fear of God drop into I think it was Tesla's body. This little man was ready to like slay everyone.
Right. He's ready to go to war. He's ready to end it all. Like, yo, I'm ready to die right now. What you gonna do? But so there was one thing that I know Yogi wanted to bring back up. So
I gotta know.
I gotta put my fin to this thing. So we introduced a new goal scoring tradition.
Yes, you did.
It's paying homage to the 3 men from our original logo.
Sidebar real quick. There's an article I think on the Athletic right now that actually goes into the original, like how that original logo got created. So yes, continue.
It's just it's a good article by Paul Barr. Like, it's really good. But we decided to pay homage. One of the players was like, dude, it'd be so dope if we could have a jackhammer to be a part of the celebration. So we were like, okay, how can we do this in a way that still speaks to us, is original, not stealing from anyone else, but make it ourselves? I will say that there are ways to improve it. That's the nicest way to say it. I personally love the chatter around it because people are either loving it or hating it. And for me, chatter is however you look at it, chatter is not a bad thing. I like to pivot. It's funny, like the politician in me is like, let's talk about Wiseman. Let's talk about that whole the game.
No, we not deflecting from this, homie, because you had 3 people at homeboy on the right. Looked like he had 5 energy drinks.
Yeah. That's freaking hater. And yeah, and trust me when I say this, the energy is real. The energy is mad real. That like
he does not have an off button.
No, that is all legit. I saw him. We passed by him in during the march, and that energy is all legit.
Old boy looked like he was on his ass. Like he looked like he was gone too.
Like I can only imagine like how he is like when he goes home. He's like, oh.
only seen him like not 100, maybe once in my entire life. Because even when I worked with my old company like 4 years ago, we did a promo, and he showed up at like 8 a.m. in the morning, that jacked up, like just on
ready. It's ready.
You love it.
But with the celebration, there's going to be some tweaks. There's going to be some working with it. I think that it's one of those things for hardcore supporters, you have to recognize not everything is for you. And MLS is quirky and weird. I think we embrace it. We're going to work to improve it. I was telling, I think Greg, I was like, it needs to be mic'd up. It does need to be mic'd up a little bit. But
it needs to be mic'd up.
It's kind of like, it's disruptive as hell. It's very disruptive. But
yeah, because like the stadium is fully roofed up, so you'll get that noise easily if it's mic'd up. Just like from what I've seen and what I saw, I think the person that they had up was like almost as big as the jackhammer itself. This is where a Timber Joey or Jackhammer Joe is probably necessary because like she was hanging on for her dear life, and I think yeah, and
she tried.
This one of the moments where you just gotta wave the flag and be like, bless her heart.
I love that human, and she did everything possible to make it work. I will not face on her at all. I will still pick her to be the first one.
She had a smile the whole time, like
she brought the energy, she brought the fire, the facial expressions. She brought it. It's more on us to work optics to make it better.
The only thing I ask for is that the mascot is not black, and you guys have him doing construction. All race is so quick. All the racing hotlines so quick.
Another, I guess, view from the television aspect of it is that from a noise standpoint, the noise resonates.
It absolutely will. Because, man, it gets loud up and it gets loud.
But man, from a television standpoint, as a viewer, I imagine what it was like for you being there in person, but even if it resonates on TV as well. Furthermore, they mentioned it on the 30 feet from the ground, or below sea level. Somehow they did it apparently to change the noise. Having like amplified noise. So, I don't know. Hey, does it feel like you're going down when you're walking into the stadium?
So when you go in, like you're going out, and then it does go down. It does go down. Like it's
walk up the steps, and then the fuel is down. It's like below when you walk.
Yeah.
The roof canopy is one of the bigger canopies in the MLS. So like you can't tell that from the outside, like how inward the canopy goes. Like it's not just like covering a part. Every seat is covered, so it's dealing with all the sections that are covered. So any noise drops straight back down into your section. Like, I was impressed at how loud it was. Like it's loud as hell.
It will definitely be massive. It'll definitely be loud. And then this week, y'all got Cincy. So this is hell is real.
Play them
Wait, is it a new stadium?
Yes. We got new stadiums all up in Ohio.
Yeah, they actually just opened their stadium, I think, a month ago.
Last month?
And no one cares. They're trash. I'm talking about, is this game in Columbus?
No, it's not Cincinnati.
Oh, I'm not watching it.
No,
trust me, you'll want to watch that.
Yeah, we will. Hell is Real is a fun derby, but our leg, I think, is in August at home.
Okay. I'll watch that one.
Okay, go for it. But I'm going to be down there Friday to see, what TQL Stadium looks like, how it feels.
It's big.
I have mad respect. You guys see it when you guys drove down?
We saw it on the way back, and we got. Of course, y'all see pictures on the YouTube and everything, and that place is big. That place is big.
I think it's 26,000, 28,000.
Yeah, like because like it's interesting like seeing those stadiums like up close and like kind of like seeing like how big is 26,000 versus 20,000, like, and of course like ours being like 70,000, and I was like that was actually pretty big for it to be 26, and I think Nashville they open up their stadium next year, that'll be 30,000. So that'll be pretty sizable. So, it's a good time to be a soccer fan in Ohio. That's all I can say.
I have mad respect for the Bailey, who's like the Nordeca for us.
Mm-hmm.
And they bring the show all the time. So like, I'm really excited to see like what they do with the Patsy crowd. Hell is real. And just to see that quote unquote pageantry and theatrics, I want to see what happens. On the field is a little trash, and that's okay. But I'm excited to see what the fans always bring in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that we got a chance to meet in Columbus. Shout out to Whistle and Keg. Shout out to Zach Steffen. Thanks for setting up that meet. Just everybody that we got a chance to meet. Shout out to Heather at the Graduate. You know who you are.
Jason Davis.
Yes. Yeah.
Who else is there? Eli from This Week in MLS.
Yes.
Obviously, 2 Cents FC.
Yes, Ellen, Chris. Yes, a lot of good stuff is coming up with us with the Tuesdays. Also, Elle is on with our protagonist on what was damn, I just had it on Kicking It Real, I believe it is. Check out the Protagonist Podcast Network check out them and that podcast. And but yeah, like we had a great time. Y'all don't owe me shit and everything. Like it was absolutely a blast. And like I said, we're definitely planning on coming out. So hopefully we can get TK, Coach, and everyone to come up, because I said, like now with things slowly but surely coming back to normal. So we definitely want to get back on the road. And of course, the Henny Derby will be coming soon enough. Y'all would have to have a Henny Derby like during homecoming season though. Like that's just mean, man.
October is when the Richmond leg is. That's when we're coming up.
Yeah, I'm like, that's just me. Just have it during, because it's like the week before. So is it the week before y'all's State's homecoming?
Yeah.
That's just me.
Homecoming is great for me. Because I'm going to be as hell.
You going to be done.
Yeah. I'm going to be the be lit.
October Henny Derby. What's the date on that again?
The 16th. The 16th.
It's possibly going to be for our playoff space.
So, that's Norfolk State's homecoming.
Yeah.
Who cares?
See.
But you know where I'm going to be at.
But
that's fine. That's fun at that Charles University.
No, I'll be in Richmond, dog.
Oh, okay.
I'll be with you.
Oh, all right.
He gonna try to sneak in after the game. Like, yeah, what's up, family? Like you missed the game. Like you weren't supposed to be here.
Oh, and we get some Ringo. He's gonna be down in Savannah. So
yeah.
I mean, honestly, it would be pretty impressive to show up and right to get the time.
Right.
Point anyway.
You're like, yo, what's good, y'all? How's y'all like in the Henny Derby?
Here you go. You get a prize.
But of course, so, we are catching up on orders with nameset orders at FTCUTD.myshopify.com.
I'm glad you brought that up, Grego. Where my nameset at?
It's on the way. Hold up. I mailed yours out.
I just want to make sure.
I'm about to say, hold on, play. I made sure before I left, I got yours out. Like I said, we all
that is not happening. He's not going to do that.
But we did have a mixed up with a couple of orders, so we had to get those reprinted. So those are coming out this week. So make sure that you get your orders for nameset shirts, hats at FTCUTD.myshopify.com. And what else? That's a quick plug for the store. Go shop. Go buy stuff.
Spend your dollars.
Yes, because it helps us do more trips like this and helps grow the brand. Like I said, the brand about to get real big in the next few months. Like I said, we're gonna doing some dope projects. We're gonna be working with Ty when he comes out here to Atlanta in a couple of months. And I said a lot of good shit's happening. So I said, stay tuned for us. Our homies are protagonists. Of course, our girl, the Shea Butter FC, Nicey Nisa, Of course, the homies Can I Kick It, River City, 2 Cents, Diaspora United. What's Kaya? I always keep forgetting Kaya's podcast name.
Hanging with Kaya?
Yeah.
Unexplained.
You got a couple of new ones too. You got a couple of new black podcasts that came underneath the radar. Like Roller CONCACAF is down to one.
Oh, okay.
Who else we got? I'm trying to think. There's another one out there. We Made It podcast.
Yeah, actually, so technically they say that they're the first ones that were out there before we all did our thing. I'm like, honestly, it's not a race for me. But yes, make sure you check out them as well. Like I said, it's all love. It's all brotherhood and sisterhood up in this jump.
Kaya is unfiltered.
Yes, unfiltered. But yeah, shout out to Kaya, shout out to Sky and Sills, shout out to the whole fam. Like I said, hopefully, like I said, we gotta get this Avengers initiative going on, and it's about to get real the next couple of months. But so there's like 5 of us today. So we're gonna split it up and do 1 up and 1 down for each. Cause I know if we did 2, we'd be like another 45 minutes. So let's do 1 up, 1 down. And hang on real quick. There we go. Yogi, hit us.
All right, so my 1 up, I'm going to start out with is the Red Army, the supporters group here in Richmond. We are finally allowed back into our tailgating space. So by the time the Hitty Derby happens, everyone's going to tailgate.
Little Mama hype.
She is. She's excited, man, because she gets to hang out now with people. So that's my 1 up. My 1 down, I would say, is the fact that we are trying to work on the beer situation right now because the way how the ABC laws are written for the stadium means we can't bring our own beer in there. And everyone knows Richmond is known for all our breweries and craft beer. So we're trying to work on that. So hopefully by the time you guys come down, we have it all situated. But that's my 1 up and 1 down.
Word. Kano Mac, what you got?
All right, so I'm going to start with my first down. Being that we just left Columbus and it is, we just passed the 4th of July.
The other Independence Day.
Yeah. I just want to say my condolences go out to the city of Columbus and fans of the Blue Jackets. Due to fireworks and things like that, we lost Matisse Kalinix in an unfortunate situation. So I just want to say to people that, if you're having a good time, you have explosives and different things like that, things can happen. So protect yourself, be safe, and just be aware, you know what I'm saying? Because
I don't know about y'all, but like I definitely noticed like a lot more people just doing fireworks on their own this year. Please, y'all, like I said, be careful with that shit because it is meant to be handled by at least people who know what the fuck they're doing, and definitely like Mary was saying, like there can definitely be tragic circumstances to come with that. So whenever y'all decide to pop fireworks again, be careful with that shit. Continue.
All right, so I'm going to end off on my up. This goes to the U.S. women on my up. So they, as of 2 days ago, they are currently 44 straight wins. 44.
But Midge ain't there. That's bullshit.
What'd you say?
But Midge ain't there, and that's bullshit.
So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it off right there. 44. That's a good number.
Cool. Ty $1 million sign. What you got?
So my up will be seeing Messi in another final. I hope to be celebrating. I will definitely text you guys live this weekend. Win after this trophy. Mike down, to be honest, is crew related. We have lost about 11 to 12 players, I believe, due to either call ups or injury. Not sure how we navigate the next couple of weeks.
It's going to be tough for a lot of teams.
Damn, sucks to be Division 1.
Yeah, I know some things that are in the works that I'm pretty excited about. We need it now. So hopefully we can overcome this now. So, yeah, that's me.
Cool. The Thundercats. What you got?
Honestly, not sure if I have maybe no more down. I'll start there. I want to go there. Marvel needs to change. Well, one of many things in my down.
Pay the man, Marvel. Pay them.
Down somebody, down the 4th of July.
All right. Okay. I guess he passed me some of his, so I'm gonna cover some bases real quick. Something that we didn't get a chance to talk about last week, and we had an unfortunate conclusion this past couple days ago. Sha'Carri Richardson, she won the qualifications for the women's 100 to make it to the Olympic team in Tokyo, but then she was suspended for smoking marijuana, for smoking the cannabis. And now, mind you, the reason why she was smoking was because she had got word through someone interviewing her that her mother had just passed away. And, for a lot of people, you manage your grief in different ways. And probably in that moment, she said, hey, I need to bring myself down, and because it's an emotional time. Of course, I've dealt with that, and it's some heavy shit. And, in the state that she was in when she found out was in Oregon, where recreational marijuana is legal. But unfortunately, with the USOC and USADA, it's still illegal, and they suspended her for 30 days. And then also, she would have still been eligible to race for the 4x1, but I guess with her not being able to travel, I guess, on time, they're like she wasn't named to that team either, so she's missing the Olympics entirely. Obviously, like with the way that this country is moving towards, the normalizing and legalizing of cannabis throughout the country, that's just some absolute bullshit. That this is something that they could have said, like, okay, we get it, and we understand what happened, and we'll figure out a way to work with this, but they don't want to do that just yet. They want to be dicks, so she won't be going. And she was actually probably one of the favorites to win the 100 at this year's Olympics. Mind you, we might not even have them at this point. I think Japan just went into another shutdown or whatever. So this Olympics is going to be very, very different, to say the least. What else I got? Like I said, there's so much that we're catching up on. Some real dumb shit that happened with the last women's national team friendly. So they had a 92-year-old. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, Mike. They had a 92-year-old World War II vet play the national anthem, and people wanted to get hot and bothered over. Some of the players were facing the vet. Some of the players were facing the flag, and some outlets on Twitter and the netherworlds wanted to somehow make it look as though the women's national team was not paying their respects to either the flag or the vet, and that's the players called that shit out real quick. It's like, no, we're facing the flag. Like, now, mind you, it might look a little crazy since everybody wasn't like in the same direction, but nobody was paying any type of disrespect to either the vet or the flag, and they need to chill that shit out. But it's like it's always something that, like, and I think that there are still people who are bitter about the women's team, either with the equal pay issue or the anthem issue. They just want something to just pick about, and that's just fucking stupid. Because I guarantee you that despite everyone's views on the country as a whole, like, everyone's trying to pay respect in their own way, and also make their voices heard in their own way while still being respectful. But people just want to make up fights and all that shit. But as far as my ups go, again, Columbus. Like, what else can I really say there? Like, it's Ohio's dope. Like, I can't lie. Like, I was very interested in seeing, like, just getting that experience, and of course driving through Knoxville and Lexington and through Cincinnati and then Columbus. Like, all that was pretty dope. And again, I gotta thank Ty for making this happen, because, like, it really was just like a shot in the dark request. Like, hey, let's go with the first game. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. And, like, as soon as we got the okay, it was like, okay, let's make this work. So again, thank you to Ty. Thank you to Rebecca. Thank you to everybody that we met in Columbus. And like I said, that was just overly dope. And aside from that, like I said, it's a good day to be black. It's a good day to be chocolate, because we all up in this bitch. But like I said,
it's a good day to be black every day, Grego.
Always.
It's a good day to be every day.
Also, a positive note. Shout out to the Mecca.
Oh,
University.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. That part. Yes. The recent announcement of yes, because they got two teachers, right?
Yeah, I need to coach. I believe that's okay.
Yeah, and
let's freak at the Mecca.
And mind you, like, because like she had the issue with UNC. They finally agreed to give her ticket that she should have gotten in the first place. And then she was like, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
So I have a slight issue with it.
What's up?
As an HBCU graduate on the pod, I would have liked to see her go to somewhere else besides Howard, because Howard is known as one of those, like, upper echelon podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to see her go to, like, A&T, or to, like, somewhere else to go spread the love at a different HBCUs than, like, just Howard.
I mean, I think that if another school wanted to pay up, they would. I mean, like, it's I think especially with the situation with Felicia Rashad from last week, I think they were looking for a good headline. So they're like, "Hey, we'll give you that stack. We'll give you that bag." But yeah, shout out to Nicole Henner Jones. Shout out to Ta-Nehisi Coates. Like I said, Coach made sure to give us that bit of info while he's on an early summer vacation and everything. But yeah, there was one last thing. Go Suns! Go Suns here. Go Suns there. 3 more to go. Y'all know what's up.
ACL out of here.
But I tried for Hawk Suns. I did my best. That ref got to see us. That took out Trey. You got to see us.
Did you ever get an OK jersey?
I think didn't you get one? Which I know I didn't get mine yet, but I know I'm gonna get mine before they go out of sale and everything.
Shit, them motherfuckers are sold out except smalls. You know we ain't no small.
We are not small at all.
Go interview the Hawks for the culture.
But yeah, at least my cousin gonna close things out. Black head coaches, y'all know it was good. Jones gang, y'all know it was good. But yeah, 3 more to go. We won game 1, so 3 more to go. So we got y'all. But again, thank you to Ty. Thank you to Yogi, who was on his phone. But yes.
No, I'm trying to see like DC United is playing the game, and I'm trying to figure out like who they are playing.
Oh, that's last up. Josie won because Armis is out. That's your last up. But
look, you've been right about 2 things so far: Talent Wellman and Chris Armis.
But yeah, so hopefully you guys will see your dear favorite striker, Josie Altidore, playing for Toronto at some point. Because yeah, Chris Armis got fired after a bad beat down by DC. Like 7-1, like dude.
It was all for Big Rob, man. It was all for Big Rob.
Yes. Shout out to Big Rob. He's a noted supporter for DC United. He just recently passed away from cancer. I think it was last week. So yeah, shout out to him and the rest of the DC United family. But that's all we got this week. Again, thank you to Ty. Thank you to Yogi. Where can they find y'all on the socials and all that good stuff?
Shout us out at 2 Cents FC, 2 Cents Sports. My personal chai tea addict.
And he loves his tea. No coffee. No coffee for him.
I love tea. I'll see how I hooked up the tea. I was ready. Y'all saw that.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, man.
You can follow. Well, don't follow me on Twitter. I'll be talking about random shit.
And he gets blocked by too many people, and he catches beef with everybody.
Wild out.
No, hold on.
Wild out at 2 p.m.
I be chilling. I don't be blocked. I ain't block people. People don't.
Hey, we didn't even got to the Grant Wall DM, but hey, we'll talk about that next week.
That was the wildest shit ever. That man took the time out of his day to DM me.
But
you can follow me on Twitter at Yogi Big Lovin'. Follow at your own risk if you want to. I don't really care.
And can I kick it? Finally has a Twitter account.
It does. You can follow us on Twitter at CIKIFC on Twitter. Get you a IG page, please. But but yes. But as always, you can find us on social at FTC
UTD.
Y'all are really on mute, but that's they said UTD in spirit. I promise you guys.
UTD. There we go. I was on.
Yeah. We'll label that over because we were choreographed. It was beautiful. Everyone saw it. Thank you. It was. Hit like and subscribe. Thank you.
But yes, subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe us on the podcast. Like I said, make sure you on all of them. Like I said, we need to love on all of them. And of course, make sure you support the fam, 2 Cents, Shea Butter, Can I Kick It, Aspera, the whole block fam and everything. And let's keep this thing going. But until next week, like I said, next week we're gonna do our preview for the Gold Cup, as well as take a look at the Olympic women's national team roster. Again, bitch got screwed. But until then, for Grego, for Mayor, for TK, for Yogi, for Ty, Coach, for everybody. Coach is real. Coach is everywhere. Black and yellow, baby. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Make sure to wipe your hands.
That too. We out.